Let me just rewind. Somebody with all this is gonna be over. All this is gonna be over. It was gonna be done. Okay. Hey y'all, I am out in these streets. I am at the trail that's close to my house, and I'm gonna do, so I switched up the app for the 5K rewind couch, or the couch to 5K couch to 5K, y'all. And I found a new app with the it's called, I think, 5K Runner. And they have a 10K too, but I'm gonna start with that today. It's gonna have me do a 1-minute run plus 1.5 minute walk 6 times. It is cold out here today too. It is cold. Yesterday I didn't do anything. Yesterday was sort of a bad day for me. I don't know if I want to call it a bad day, because sometimes, you know, bad days are meant for you to relax or you to reset. Good for me. Yesterday wasn't good for me, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. Let's just get out of here and do this run thing. I got my water. I need to get another water bottle. It's not so heavy, but I got my bag, so I can put it in my bag or put it on the side of my bag. I could do that. Also, I brought me a banana, and I brought me some orange slices for just in case I get, I'll put that in there. You know, for after the run, I can hit somebody with it. Running interval out of 4, telling me in my ear not to go too fast. I should be running at a conversational pace. I guess a pace where I can still hold a conversation while I'm running. So I like this app because it also tells you, you know, be careful, because new runners will, start off fast, and it will burn you out, I guess. So this is a conversational pace. I ain't going fast, y'all. Somebody running probably can pass me. Walking. The next one is a 2.2-minute 30-second run. Okay, 2-minute 30-second run. Still at a conversational pace, so I'm gonna have a conversation. Yeah, like I said, I was saying before, yesterday was a bad day, and it's so funny how, you know, depression is I say depression ain't nothing but the devil. Depression ain't nothing but the devil. Life could be going so good, and then one thing can have you into a state of depression, to have you wondering, how did I get here? How did I get here? I was just doing good the other day. And that's how I felt. I was just like, how did I let... Oh, somebody over there running, exercise. How did I let this get me to this state? Just one thing, one moment or bad moment will have. Depression will have you turning it into a real thing, which is not a real thing. It's not. So, not to say that we're not going to get there, but we just can't stay there. We got to get up. You have got to get up, and you have to talk to yourself out of it. You have to figure out and make yourself believe that that is not reality. It's not. It's just a moment in time. Yeah, so it's just a moment in time, and I've dealt with depression majority of my life, and more or less so when I was a young adult, because I was a single parent making stupid choices had me, and that's another thing. Depression will have you thinking the choices that you made, that you decided to put yourself into, is something that, God is punishing you, or you just punish. No, it's just a moment. It's just a situation, but you can get yourself out of it. You can get yourself out of it. Again, that's what I was like battling with myself yesterday. Okay, so about to run again. I was battling with myself, just going back and forth, because I know better. You know what I mean? When you know better, you do better. And I know that it was a moment, but it didn't take away for the fact that my mind was still trying to get me to believe something else. It was trying to get me to believe that I wasn't worthy, that I wasn't, capable. And I am. I'm all of that. I'm worthy. I'm capable. In the midst of that, too, I just had to lean on God. I had to lean on my prayers and my discussions with God. And allowing God to talk to me in that moment and tell me, look, I got you. I got you. It was a song that kept playing in my head, and I can't even remember the daggone song. But, and it's good to play positivity songs, if you listen to gospel, or if you listen to, don't play these sad songs. If you're going through like a breakup or something, don't sit up there and play them songs. Don't play them songs. Play something with some positivity to try to get you out of the emotion. Get up and continue on with what I had promised myself, that I was going to be over. All this was going to be over. It was going to be done Okay, I was trying to talk myself out of not doing the 5K. I mean, it was crazy. But the reason why I said it's like the devil, because I have been so happy. I've been so happy. I mean, whew, well, happier than I've been in a long time. And, thinking positive. And when I tell you the thing was so small that tipped me over, it was so minute. And I didn't say that I shouldn't have got upset by it. But not that upset. Not that upset. It allowed me to go into depression. Okay? It didn't allow me. But then again, maybe that was the way of God testing me to see if I was going to call on him. Are you happy? Let's see. Let's see when you're not happy. Who you going to call on? What you going to do? What you going to tell yourself? How you going to get up out of this? And I just called on him, y'all. God to the fullest, because I believe that he has brought me out of many dark places. But you have to practice. It's almost like exercising. When you're getting your body together, when you're trying to get your life together physically, you have to do certain things, right? You have to do certain things and cut back and motivate yourself and, watch different things to get you in that headspace. It's just like with your mental. It's just like with your mental. You have to work on your mental every day. Every day you have to exercise your brain to not crash out. You have to exercise your brain not to crash out, especially if you have some type of trauma. And look, I am not a therapist. I am not a psychologist, so I want to say this is not a doctor-approved message. This is I've been through that message. And when you go through what I've gone through in my life, and to be here, I have a testimony, okay? I have a testimony about how you could get out. Some people may need a little bit extra, but still, I can definitely get out. It's a wonderful thing to have people who support you. Like LP, he's not a perfect person, and we haven't had the perfect relationship, but it's gotten better over time. But now it's got to the point where he knows when I'm getting into that mode. He can tell, and the same for him. I can tell, I can feel it. So, while it's good to have people to support you during those times, I didn't always have that support. Hello. And being a single parent with 2 children and trying to figure it out, sometimes I just used people I didn't know. Iyanla Vanzant was one of them. I would read her books. Joyce Myers, she was another one. And just people who were motivated. I relied heavily on motivational and I guess motivational therapy. I don't know if that's what you want to call it or if there's even such a thing. But I use things like that to help me to educate and to retrain my brain. To stop thinking the way I want. Because to be honest, I didn't want to be like that. And I think when you realize you don't want to be like that, you really are desperately seeking happiness. You're desperately seeking joy. I had so much pain in my life. as a kid, I didn't want any more pain. I wanted to enjoy life. And I knew that. I knew I didn't want to be like my family members who, always arguing and fussing and fighting. You go into a situation with them, you think it's a good situation, and it turn out they picking on something. And I oh my God, I just realized something. Why I get so triggered when I feel like people are picking on me. Oh, I just figured it out, y'all. See what that talking do?